In this video right here, you're going to learn how to gamify your life so you can optimize it to your best possible self. Keep watching.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
What he has given me was 3 distinct mental models I will use from now on to leave my stress-based emotional state and go back into the action-taking flow state.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today we're talking about gamification of your life, okay? Now gamification is very powerful. I was just watching the documentary, I think it was called like League of Legends Origins or something like that. It was on Netflix. And there was something on there that just sparked this idea within me. And one of the game creators of Riot Games, you know, he was asking this question of, if we were a player, what would we want happen to us? Right? And that got me to the question of, if I was a player in this video game called life, what would I want to happen to me? Right? What do I want to happen to me in this video game of life? And as you understand what you want to happen to you, you have to create the circumstances and the conditions so that that can take place. And this is where gamification comes in. This is where you start to organize your life like you're categorizing it in a video game. There's these different maps that you're exploring, these different territories that you're exploring. You might know the place where you live, or you might not. You might discover something new every day about the place you live, in fact. Now, we don't always choose to do that, and you don't have to choose to do that. However, there is a power and a potency to recognizing that we used to get gold stars as kids. We used to get these ideas of video games, right? So like you had HP, right? Mana points. You had this idea of, okay, I'm leveling up. Okay, more stamina, right? More agility. And you slowly start to power up and level up. Now, what if we could go throughout our day and have that intention in mind that I'm doing a workout for more agility. I'm doing a workout for more strength points. And you think about this point system that you've created for yourself. There's this incredible app called Habitica. If you haven't heard of it, I've mentioned it to a few of my clients. But basically, you get to choose the difficulty level of the task that you're doing, and you tick it off, and it's basically like a checklist, right? But you have this little avatar that you can upgrade and things like that. It's like a cute little avatar thing. But that idea of whoever made that app, they're very smart because they understand the fact of gamification. And we can't have a game where we're losing all the time. If we're losing the game, we don't know the rules of the game. Right? And we don't have the skills to handle that game. So in a video game, we have an inventory, right? So what is your inventory? What are the tools, the techniques that you use to upgrade your character? Maybe you have some, maybe you don't. Now, if you've been doing something over a long period of time and not seeing results in that one area, you really want to start to understand, okay, how can I use newer tools, things that actually stretch my boundaries, as opposed to this today. Mine stretched by different idea cannot go back to its original dimensions, right? So in a sense, you've got to understand that every new experience stretches your mind. It expands your mind. You can't go back to the old self. The experience has officially shaped you, right? That experience has officially shaped you. Yesterday we had day 1 of writing reality, and it was absolutely incredible. There were so many breakthroughs happening, and we did a lot of trauma release exercise, and a lot of great epiphanies came through as we were going through these processes, which almost felt like we were taking people through a journey. This is a journey of mind, body, spirit. And I think that it's very important to understand these mechanisms and really be able to apply it, because first of all, I want to thank the people for being there, because not a lot of people do that kind of work, right? The inner work, people don't do that. The fact that you're actually on this channel watching this video is the fact that you're invested in yourself, right? You're looking towards the next tool to apply. You're looking towards how can I expand my flow state even more? Maybe it's great for you already, but you're like, man, I've got to get more of this. I've got to expand this into something greater. Now, this is the hunger, this is the drive that pulls people into different walks of life, into different ways. And when you focus on that value creation through the gamification, you're really becoming a sustainable product. You are the product of your life. Even if you're a salesman, you don't have to be. You're still selling your life to other people. Now, people don't want to buy into your reality. They don't want to buy into your life. What's sales, right? Attract, convert, deliver. Are you having trouble with the attraction process, the conversion process, or the delivery process? Maybe you're an awesome person, but you just haven't been able to attract the right customers or the right people towards you, right? Maybe your conversion skills, like you attract them, there's a lot of people coming in, but you can't convert them to make them long-lasting tribe members or clients or whatever it is, right? So you might be converting lots of people, but maybe your retention rate or your delivery sucks, right? You're not able to deliver on what you promised. Now, this is the true game of life because it's the game of economy, right? How we make money, how we understand each other, how we work together. When you hire an employee, you understand that they're getting paid for their time. However, what is that time to them? Is that time in alignment with their values and the character that they're creating? That's another big question. Because what is the skill set through the work that you're doing? What is the skill set that's being built? Is it writing or copywriting? Is it coaching? Is it speaking? Okay, is it connecting people to other people? What do you do? What is your dynamic of your process that's purely yours? Now, you can follow all these YouTubers, you can follow me and these videos, but until you create your own gamification process, it's not going to pull you forward. Okay, Sadhguru has this analogy of like the knife is the intellect. Imagine that a knife is an intellect and the hand holding the knife is the identity. So you could have an incredible knife, but an unsteady hand, and you're cutting yourself every day. Because the intellect has a ability to cut things into small pieces, but you could fragment your life like that too. Right? So if you're very smart, your intellect can actually harm you without the unsteady hand, without the identity of where you tell it that this is where I want to go with this. So until you have the identity that's strong enough to hold a knife, the ahankara, or some people think it's ego, but it's identity, right? So if you really start chopping delicately and subtly, you start taking this on a whole new level. So it's interesting how esports in that documentary I watched was compared to other sports. Like they had ex-sports commentators commenting on esports now, and like, you know, everybody was like, is this even really a sport? All right, and all this kind of stuff. And it's interesting, right? You see these very, very strategic, nerdy guys really enjoying this. So if you're a gamer, if you understand that reality, you know you're invested in that, man. You know what I mean? You are absolutely fascinated by that. Maybe you've done it since childhood. Maybe it just sparked something within you where it built a sense of community for you online, where you started to be competitive, and that competition drove you towards just being better and better and being the best. Okay? Now, only gamers understand that gaming world. So if you have someone else coming in through that world, you can respect their diligence. You can respect the fact that you want to make money off of them, right? Like, for instance, that basketball, there was like a basketball coach, I believe, in that, where they understood that, okay, I'm going to actually buy one of these teams, League of Legends teams, right? And it's very interesting because these gamers need flow state. They need flow state to function, right? So one tiny mistake is the difference between success or failure in their arena. And that's the true mastery, is the subtlety, this quick reflex of the mouse, this complete absorption of consciousness where they're like, I am identifying with this one character right on the screen. You're playing like some game like Dota or A Defense of the Ancients, right? And you're like, you're choosing Rikimaru and you associate with that character. You're like, man, this is who I connect with on a soul cosmic level, and they've depicted this through an algorithm, through coding, through graphics, as this little avatar that I have picked and I've preferred. Why did you prefer that character? Ask yourself this. Now, why not bring some of those elements from that character into your own life? Why not absorb those qualities? If you chose a character that was like a ninja, why not be a ninja in your own life, in your own line of work? Right? You're stocking shelves in the grocery market, but guess what? You're a ninja with it. You're like, pa, 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 pa. Right? And then people call you ninja. And you start changing your identity, and you get rewarded for that identity because your other employees or maybe your manager sees you doing this. And he goes, wow, you did that really fast. I thought you'd take 20 minutes. You only took like 8. And you go, yeah, that's what I do. I'm a ninja. And you own that, right? What if you get rewarded for that behavior? Now you're like taking it to a whole nother level because you're associating your identity, your persona with what you do, and you're getting rewarded for it. And our perception, our 5 senses, only helps in regards to our survival, right? So when something is against our survival, we're going to actually behave very differently. So we've got to understand how to optimize our survival in the best way. And every single person who's selling a product, who's doing a thing that's very unique, you've got to sell people survival. That's the end of the story. That's the end of the story. That's all you're doing, is you're selling survival. How can I help you survive better in this game of life? That's it. When you understand this, it's going to shift your entire world. If you understand this through this video, you've tapped into something very extreme, very supreme right now. In these video games, you have your in-game currency, right? Isn't this what we're trying to do with crypto and NPCs and all this kind of stuff? Or isn't that how the world is moving towards, like, creating your own digital currency? Like in the future, we'll all have our own currency? Imagine this. Like, just imagine. Use your imagination. Stretch the boundaries of understanding how can you gamify your life. Because people are doing it already, but you're not even seeing it. Bitcoin is gamification. Uber is gamification. Every single product out there is gamification. They're doing it on a level of seeing the world as a game through strategy, through maneuvers, through points. Certain games, right, in the documentary I was watching, they have these skins that you can download and pay money for. So it's a free-to-play game. You get in for free, but if you want to upgrade your character, you want to look more fly. Or you want to stand out. That's what we want as human beings. We want to belong, but we also want to stand out. So you can be unique and download a certain skin and look different to your other opponents and feel a very deep, genuine connection to that character. That's your uniform, and players are happy to pay for those skins. It's the reason why we buy clothing as well. Right? There's certain clothing that matches your brand, matches your archetype. All right? I found this website the other day where I was like scrolling through all the clothes there, and I was like, this is my archetype. They're selling to my archetype. How did they know this? All right? It's like they went and dug up in my mind and found that exact type of clothing that I like. Right? And I'm slowly formulating that. I'm going to buy a few things from there, from that store. But I understand that now because I've done the inner work. I understand the version of me that I truly prefer to be and actually want to step into it. So again, start with the question, if you were a player, what would you want to happen to you? Okay? If you want to be the character who gets a promotion for some kind of a job, guess what? You're going to work hard for that promotion. You got to gamify your life to use your strengths and optimize it to the level where you can actually perform and start to enjoy that process more and trust it when you actually build the courage points to go up and ask for it. You know what, sir? I've been working really hard, and just take this from me. I know what I bring to this company, and I believe that you are a man of value, of worth to me and what I'm doing, and I get energized every day coming here. Something that would really help me right now is if you upped my paycheck. Therefore, I would be putting in twice the effort that I'm giving already. I know I'm already doing well, but if you gave me that much, I would bring something extra to this company. I would be of tremendous value to you, sir. And I just wanted to put this out there to see if you resonate with this, and if you don't, let's talk about this. Let's see where we can reach some kind of a consensus with this, because this is really important to me. I really love coming here. But if that means that I'm not getting paid the amount that I know that I deserve, that's outside of my boundaries. So let me know what you think of this, first and foremost. Start there and then build on it, right? Let's go. Let's go for these opportunities. Opportunities are going by you. You're not acting on them, right? You're turning down different opportunities because you're like, no, I don't think I can deliver, or I don't think I can attract, or I don't think I can convert. But guess what? Once you have these skill sets and that becomes your lifestyle, that becomes how you behave. You're just attracting people by being you. You're just converting people by being you, just delivering, because that's who you are. You just deliver. Once you adapt and gamify the strategies of these things that people tell you to do, like, hey, reach out to 20 people today. Oh, do this, very practical thing. That becomes natural to you because you're excited. You have enthusiasm to gamify, and you get the point system, and you get excited by, man, I'm going to win this game. I'm going to win this game. I'm going to win this game. And you keep winning. That's the point of the game. It's not like you win once and then you give up and lose. No, it's like you keep winning. How can I win even more? And that's what's so exciting, and that's why you're on this channel. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you, and stay legendary. Let's get it today. Boom.